Good afternoon, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibet OG. So as you can see, XRP pumped up to a head now. Now we came up to that upper zone where we thought this was a 5% chance when we put it out all the way back when. I wasn't too confident that it could get all the way up to around 110, but we had it drawn out for a reason like this in case it came across the top. And you know what? Sure as shit it did and came across and finished that handle, the cup and handle. So now becomes the critical point I was talking about earlier, why I said make a plan, make a strategy for when you're comfortable, because when it's going to happen swift. And now we're to the point where in every sense of the word, if you look up a head and shoulders pattern, that has come up to a awfully big head now. So I'm not sure what's going to play out here as far as how quick we would come down. If you would see something like this, I don't think it'd be that big, but you could see, you know, this could either play out one of two ways. You could go like this, or it's going to continue to find volume and just keep going up. So that was a nice burst that we got there for a couple hours. But that's why we were watching so hard in the emergency video. If it bounced off that level, it had a run left. That's why we covered it exclusively, and I wrote this down, and I showed you. If it broke that 80-cent level, we're getting into the apex zone, and that's exactly what it did. It shot up to the upper zone. So I know a lot of people, again, made a lot of money just now. A lot of people that weren't in asked my opinion, and I said if it breaks that 80-cent level, might as well. I got a lot of emails yesterday too, so those people are very happy. See, sometimes I should take my own advice. But XLM hit the 34.5 cents now, so it came right into that zone we thought it could hit. These were all the upper targets that we thought they could hit if it hit the upper target. There was a harder chance of hitting these zones, but it hit some of these, hit them perfectly. Matic came up and hit it. ADA came up and had a huge push. It broke way out of what we were thinking. We were thinking up at the 160, 155 level. But if we broke it out farther, we could have went down even farther and then played it out even more, and then we could have got there. So that was a nice pump that ADA had. A lot of these had great pumps over the last few days. So, and if you remember when this pump started, all the YouTubers were calling for a bull trap. Remember? They were on the same page with me. Now that we're getting to the end of the trap, they're all reverting back to all-time high talks. I will continue to tell you this is a bull trap. Like I said, once we get to the top, we will create the head, and then it's going to start reverting pretty quickly once it's over. Right now, we have done nothing except create a massive head from 84 to $1.07 roughly. Exactly what we want to see in the pattern so that we can verify what the hell is going on. These are more stasis points, as I was saying yesterday. So now, if we get it back into the 1 minute, here's what's going to happen. So we had a great bounce. So logically, even if we're going to continue to the next level, we made a huge bounce off of here. So what you would typically see in a situation like this is even if you go to the next level, you don't usually just go up. You'd come down, retest this, and then you'll decide from there if it's going to go up. It can also do this, trade against this upper resistance up here, come down to like the 98 cent, use that as support, and then try to figure it out, and then bounce up. Likely what's going to happen is you're seeing the shoulder, or the head right here. It can come across. Like I pointed yesterday, remember when I pointed out yesterday, this is the neckline and I drew the arrow and this is where the head's going to start? That's why I did it, because it was the top, right where it started, over 80 cents. That's exactly what happened too. So I try to be transparent, I try to tell you guys, and that's why I keep trying to tell you. You got to let the emotions not run the show. So right now, we're looking at this with our updated figures. We've come back in, so we can use the 110 as resistance. That was a good spot for the top resistance. And now obviously we're stuck here at 106. So now it's up to it. Is it going to trade back underneath that zone to about 98 cents? And then we'll figure it out. The top of the neck is right around 88 cents. That's what I was telling you guys yesterday. This could be the neckline forming, and then we can create a head. That's why when everybody was asking me, should I sell it? I'm like, I wouldn't, not yet. I would let it see how this pattern plays out. Once it held this, So I said right here, if it doesn't hold this, it's going to crash. But if it holds this, it's going to go up and create a head. That's why we were so focused on that area yesterday. If you've noticed, I focus on the areas that are, you know, big, they become big plays. Now I got to put all these back down. I apologize. But I want you guys to see how it'll play on the way down as well. Likely. Because then you got 50, 65. There's a few zones in between, but we're going to spread them out just for, you know, so you guys can see exactly what would happen on a track back down. So, we're going to see. You guys are going to see what happens now, and you're going to see if you start to follow what I'm saying, you got to go every single video. I update through every single video. So logically, we're going to see, are we going to dump off or are we going to continue on? Right now, we're under this 105, so are we going to come down here and try to see if we have some support at 98? Or are we going to come down here and see if we have some support at 88? These are the things we have to find out. Or are we just going to bounce right up and try to ride this 110 line and then continue? We got to find some volume right now, you know, when it comes back through. But it certainly looks like what could be happening here is we shot up so quick and it's such a wide base. It almost looks like we could be doing one of these and actually create the real double top that could support this whole structure. If I had to guess, that would be my logical guess. So, but that's the neckline right here. You wouldn't expect it to break that 97 cents. So if you see it go down to 97 cents and you're considering it double topping, if it comes down, you know, in somewhat of a quick fashion, that might be the spot to play a double top. But I mean, look at the structure, guys. This is making a beautiful head and shoulders formation now. I can go out into the 4 hour and show you beautifully now. I did a video where I said, what if this is just left shoulder? Whether you guys watched it or not, well, I can't help that, you know. I put it out there and it's your guys' job to watch it. And that turned out to be nothing more than a left shoulder into a big head. That's what ended up happening. Or the hip coming up to the shoulder, coming up to the neck, coming up to the head. So yesterday I pointed right in this region and I said, is this the neckline? I said, this is the start right here, and could that be the head coming up? Or is it going to come around? That's what I said. Or it's going to come around and fail this line and come down. But it just, the whole time, this pattern didn't look right until now. Now it looks right. So pay attention, stay alert. If you don't like XRP, get the walking boots on and get the fuck out, period, point blank. If you want to join Tom's Army, links in the description. If you want to see Ken's page, or if you want to see Slavic or Mother's Second Choice, I do my Mr. Carter. He is in Mother's Second Choice, and I have a few songs that I play, you know, pretty routinely. That's all in the description as well. Stay true, stay blessed, hashtag be better, do better, and stay alert.